What's up YouTube? For tonight I have a full Portal 2 team. Okay, this is a shout out to Yoshi Gaming for the win. Your team has won. Right, so I did quite a few of your suggestions and had a couple of Pokemon there of my own that I thought fitted in really well at the same time and that I already had pretty much made already. Okay, so I had Magnemite as Wheatley, so I thought that was the closest thing I could do. Now, I had this as a Choice Scarf Magnemite. It didn't even really get the greatest speed. I think it just hit over 300 on level 100. So I'm just going to Volt Switch there. Electivire swaps in. I thought it'd be a Motor Drive, so I was a little bit worried about that, but it seems it's got Vital Spirit instead there. So Companion Cube I thought would work nicely for Crustle, because that's really, if you think about it, it's the only real square Pokemon with a big square. I couldn't think of anything else. Or Love-Dis. That was about the only thing I could, kind of relate to that. But then again, it's not a square, it's only a Love Heart. Anyway, so this is a Banded Rock Wrecker set, and I just wanted to do it for the lols. It does so much damage, that Duststorm. That Duststorm must be max health, max defense for taking that so well. Most definitely, I did some calcs afterwards. Will-O-Wisp actually misses, so that's great. I'm like, sweet, I can go for another Rock Wrecker. Yes! But the Dusknoir actually outspeeds me, so it was a speed tie, which was damn, because now I'm burnt. I know my Rock Wrecker isn't going to be doing as much damage as it did before, and I think it may actually live just really tiny amount of health there, so it does live. Since I'm locked in, after you use a move like Rock Wrecker or Giga Impact, obviously you got to recharge, just like Hyper Beam, so you can't swap out, you can't do anything. That was the only drawback to the set. Like, I mean, I could have just run a boring Shelf Smash set that everyone runs, but I wanted to try something else out on this one. Okay, so it's going to Pain Split most of my health away after the burn. Now I was thinking, well, there's not much point me swapping here because I'm burned. My attack's halved already, so I might as well just stay and do as much damage as I can possible, then swap something in it to actually take this Dusknoir out afterwards. It nearly worked. If I won that speed tie, then Dusknoir would have been out of here. He had Nightshade there, but I'm going to go down to burn, which sucks, but that's alright. That's how it is. That's how it goes sometimes. Right, so that's one Pokemon down for me. But that was fun using that anyway. Damn, that was really, really powerful. I got to use it against a very bulky Pokemon too. So I've got Servine as Shell. Now, this took me a while to figure out why it was called Shell, now that I'm asking the person who suggested this thing. The only thing I can think of that remotely relates to it would be its literally skinny little legs. You know how she has the little supports on her legs? Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Anyways, in comes Wildfoot. I'm trapped because it's got Shadow Tag. I do lots of damage. I had Ring Out on this set, but I still thought Leaf Storm would do more because of Stab. Ring Out does a lot with like a high amount of health. But I'm going to go down there to Mirror Coat. So I couldn't swap out because of Shadow Tag, if you're wondering. I didn't have any like status moves. It's just a pure sweeper. I think Ring Out, and I believe Ring Out would have done like a lot less than that. Anyway, so I got Weezing. This is a Choice Specs Weezing. I'm going to go Dark Pulse on this. It just lives, and it get a flinch there. Nice, but I'd say this could just be me. I'd say Wobbuffet probably wouldn't have gone for Mirror Coat there. It probably would have gone for like Encore or something. Thinking I go for Will-O-Wisp. That would have normally been, because you don't really see a Choice Specs Weezing ever. Just never happens. Right, out comes Kadabra. I know that it definitely can't live any like psychic attack from this thing at all. Hell no, definitely not going to happen. So back into Magnemite there. I don't have much at this point in the game. It was starting to get a little bit bad because I didn't have much stuff to swap into, and this general team didn't have too many checks either. Right, stuff to check with. So that's Magnemite down. I couldn't really do anything there. I didn't want to burn one of my Pokemon that I was saving up to try and get back into this battle. So I have GLaDOS as Klinklang. I thought that worked the best. Kadabra is going to go for a Shadow Ball, does just under half my health. Now I've got Magnetic Flux on this thing, which is a really nice move, and it's pretty. You can only pretty much use it on this, I think, unless Plus or Minus have it. But you have to have the Plus or Minus ability for you to use it, and it acts the same way as Cosmic Power does, so you get a buff in defense and special defense, just one stage. Okay, so I'm just continuing to boost my defense and special defense, trying to get bulky. I mean, I could have I could have easily done the normal shift gear set, but as I said, I want to try out some different stuff just for the lols. It's going to come in, Electivire is going to come in and freaking cross chop me. It hits. I'm able to get Toxic off here, which is nice there. I'm hoping I get a miss here from cross chop or You know, it would be very risky here for them to go for a cross chop. I'm thinking, oh, this is really my last hope. They're going to go for the wild charge for the accuracy, and I freaking live on 8 health. I mean, yes! That was so good. I was able to get rest off there, and I've got a chesto berry on this thing. Yeah, but I would have, if it was me personally, I probably would have gone for the same attack, because cross chop miss would have been bad, because I mean, they didn't really know what moves I had, so I'm not really sure. Wild charge was a pretty good move there, because they wouldn't have missed, but I just had enough health to live that. So I've got the toxic and bind on here. This whittles their health down like really super fast. It's just like infestation toxic, I guess. So that's going to go down really fast. I'm going to be able to get, I'm trying to get as many magnetic fluxes up as I can, so I just come like super bulky, and hope I don't get critted by cross drop. So cross drop, I was hit after those 3. I still got 3, and it's just doing under half. Like, you know, it's still I'm very scared of this thing still, because it can crit me with that move. So I think I've got 3 or 4 up now, and I'll be very bulky now. Electrify is going to go down to poison, which was really nice there. So he was quite scary. So strong against most of my team. It didn't actually have earthquake, which I was expecting earthquake. Maybe it didn't have it. Maybe it had like elemental punches or something. Anyways, out comes the Samurai. I'm just going to toxic this. I'm thinking, well, you know, most Samurai run physical sets, so I'm pretty cool. But it goes for the Hydra Pump. Like, okay, damn, it's going to go for that special. It actually has a higher special than physical. So it crits me. I'm like, oh no, man, come on. So that's down. I had a sneaking suspicion that I would get critted anyway. I was able to get the toxic off regardless. Okay, it's going to go for Hydro Pump, and that's going to land again. This really hits my wheezing hard. I barely live that one. I'm able to get Thunder off on here. This is Specs wheezing as well. It's got some wheezing learns some really cool special moves. It does shitloads to it, and I've got poison there, so I know that I've got a chance here of it. I'd say it's probably going to get KO'd next time. I'm very close. Don't want to waste wheezing, because I know there's a Leaf on left, and I know there's a Kadabra left. Now, it misses with Hydro Pump. I was like, yes, that is so good. The last 2 Pokemon they have is that Kadabra, and I've got my Weezing and Belding left, and they've got Kadabra and Leaf on. Now, I know Leaf on wouldn't be able to touch Weezing at all, and I've got Fire Blast on that, so I reckon that would be a one-hit KO easy. Now, this was a really big moment here. So, Shadow Ball, I live that because I've got Everlight, and I go for the Iron Head here, and what do you know, it lives on like 1 health. Man, that was so important that lived. That's pretty much game for me, because I can't get past this Kadabra. I've got no priority at all, but oh, damn. Like if that Iron Head actually had taken Kadabra out, that was game for sure. It was very close. I'm not sure if it was min or max damage, but it was extremely close, and it was very fun trying to. I did get back into that battle really well at the end with that team especially. But anyway, that was really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll just let you know what my sets were if you were interested in them or whatnot. That Magnum Heart was just a timid Choice Scarf user. I gave it Thunder over Thunderbolt just for a little bit more power, and Volt Switch, Flash. I think I gave it Flash Cannon, and I gave it Thunder Wave just in case I needed the para hacks. Okay, so I had oh my god, I've completely forgotten its name. Servine. I had Servine as just a Life Orb Sweeper with Leaf Storm Contrary. I was going to do something else, but I thought I'll just do that one because that's quite a stable set. It doesn't get Dragon Pulse. I think it only gets Twister, so I gave it Ring Out instead. I gave it HP Fire, a Giga Drain as well. Now Beldon was Everlight, Max Attack. Now I was going to give that Choice Band, and if I had given that Choice Band, oh damn! But that was very close. You can even do the calcs if you like. I'd say that Kadabra was just normal. Max special attack, max speed, and my Beldon was max health, max attack, adamant nature with the Everlight on there. No buffs or anything, no nothing. So I'm going to do it after this just for lols. Now Crustle was, what was that? That was a freaking choice. That was my Choice Band. I gave it just the normal X Scissor. I gave it Rock Wrecker as well. I thought that would be a cool move, and Earthquake. I can't remember the last move on it, but just a knock off. That's it. And you saw what GLaDOS was, and you saw what Weezing was. It was just a Choice Specs Weezing with all the most highest base powered special moves. Anyway, guys, that was really fun. Thank you for that fun suggestion. This was probably the best battle that I actually had with it. I did win a few with this team, but I'd say that one was the closest one that I had. Thank you for taking the time out of the day, for watching my videos. Peace out. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, that'd be really cool. All you have to do is go to the link in my description of the video. It's completely non-compulsory and you don't have to do it. But if you'd like to support my videos and my channel and get some cool stuff out of it, like some tournaments and a chat with me and stuff, go check that out. That one's in the comment section. And also your name will be on the end of every one of my videos, just as a little bonus there. That's about all, guys. Peace out.
I don't hate you.